I'm Fredrik Gerten, and I'm the filmmaker.
And I'm Leilani Farha, and I'm the advocate.
This is the Pushback Talks, and we are back with our word food. We do this because we don't have time to do anything else. Are you ready, Leilani?
I'm ready, Fredrik.
I will put you the word wealth tax.
Oh, wealth tax. Yeah, well, we need a wealth tax. That's obvious.
Can we afford the rich?
That's the best question
Should
ever.
we eat the rich?
I love, can we afford the rich? I think that's just so bang on, easy to understand. We know we cannot afford the rich. But here's the thing, Fredrik. So I've been following these various movements, wealth tax, tax the billionaires. I've seen Ma'am Danny talking about it with Gabriel Zucman, French economist. And I think it's obvious that billionaires who are paying less tax than, for example, the workers in an Amazon warehouse, it's obvious that they are getting away with criminality. I mean, it's a crime. And we know that the only way to have decent societies and the only way to create well-being is through taxes. I mean, that, like, we know that's where governments get their money. And the minute a government starts giving away their tax base to these guys, and it's mostly guys, those guys end up with more power than governments. And that's the problem. It's obvious. I don't even think it takes a brilliant economist like Zucman for us to understand this. It may take his work, his research.
What I like with Zucman is that he started off as a young economist around the release of the Panama Papers, which is now like 20 years ago or something like that. I don't remember. I mean, so there was been a lot of these big data leaks.
Yeah.
The Panama Papers was some lawyer's office in Panama, but we've had also Swiss leaks from the banks in Switzerland. But basically, we can see how rich people move their money around to avoid paying taxes.
Yeah.
And it gives you, it's almost like profiling them on how they see the world. And I think that's really interesting. But on the other hand, all this knowledge hasn't led to that much. I remember, the film Push, we filmed, 17, 18, 19, something like that. The film was released in 19, so we started maybe one year earlier.
17, yeah.
Yeah, and since we started doing that film, and we talked about financialization, we talked about all this, since then, this club of extreme rich people have quadrupled their wealth.
Yes.
Even when we knew about all this.
Yes.
And a lot of people talk about it, but still they've been able to multiply their wealth. And of course, also when in the COVID, the governments were just printing new money. And they were so good at grabbing the bigger chunk of that new money sent in their direction. So it's interesting. So I'm not so sure that this wealth tax is so super radical.
It's not. And I think there's a problem with it, which doesn't get discussed. And as always, I have this reluctance to weigh in on these things. I'm not an economist. I'm a human rights lawyer. But let's be honest about governments right now. A wealth tax that goes to governments? And what will they spend this wealth tax on if we manage to get it? Weapons? Like, we're living in a world where governments are not to be trusted. Governments, at least in the Western world, are willing to stoke wars. They are willing to engage in all sorts of activities that are bad for our climate, for Mother Earth. And so I'm not sure I want to...
Leilani. Oh,
No.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I want to entrust... I don't entrust my government that is so pro-NATO and inflating our budget to address Trump's NATO nerve.
But
I'm more interested...
Can I have a say in this?
I'm going to say one more thing. So Mariana Mazzucato has created a new economic council made up of a bunch of economists And it may include Zuckman. I don't know. It includes that Annabelle Weber, who's really amazing as well. And I don't know exactly who else. But what I like about what she's saying is she's saying, let's create an economy for the common good. Now, that may involve a wealth tax, but she's saying that that wealth tax, or what any taxes, must be creating outcomes for everyday people. Good outcomes, decent jobs that pay decently, affordable housing, climate respect, etc., or respect for the planet. To me, it's a more nuanced message. It's not sexy, wealth tax. It's not sexy in that way, but for me, I'm more comfortable with it. That's
okay. You really weighed in.
I really weighed in. It's been on my mind.
I'm trying to breathe a bit in between. Okay, first of all, what is the alternative to have a government? It's no government. So I don't know. I mean,
I didn't say I don't like government. I said I don't want a wealth tax that isn't tied to anything. Like just, okay, governments suddenly have more money. Will they spend it on social goods?
I mean, that's the next step, of course. That's a part of, but I mean, talking about the culture budget, or we're talking about free childcare or free dental, whatever, things that are important, that is important for us. So I think a progressive government could use that money in a good way.
Of course.
What I like with the wealth tax is that it is actually doing something. It tells the world, and that's what Zuckman says, it's possible to put this into action.
Yeah.
And the arguments that the right-wing people would say is that, everybody will move. And then he says, yes, if all the super rich in French move, it will make less than 1% difference in the tax incomes of France. Because why? Because they don't pay anything now.
Yeah.
So it's and that's so interesting that you can say, okay, but then go.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
Yeah. And of course, then he says, but we should of course also have a way of saying, if you go, you will have to pay 5 or 10 years more.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you made all your money here in this country. Yes. You had the education, you had the streets and the welfare and everything. Yes. Boom. So what I like with this is actually doable. And progressive governments around the world will be able to implement this. This was a big debate now during the Danish elections, and it's coming up in many countries right now. Also in my own country, we have elections now in September. So it is cooking up, and I think that's kind of a result of what we all have been talking about for a long time. Next step is what Mazzucato is talking about.
I don't know. Because what she's trying to do is change the ideology, not just change a law. She's saying we need a new ideology, not just a new law. And I like that.
Can I finish my sentence? Or
maybe. Go ahead.
I lost my... You're breaking me all the time. I think you can maybe have two thoughts in your head at the same time. So you can go for this wealth tax. You can also work for a different project. You can have higher ambitions than the wealth tax. So what's wrong with high ambitions? It's good. And Mariana Mazzucato, this Italian-American economist, she's really important because she's shown that a lot of the innovation that people make tons of money out of has been paid by public money, public research money, public universities. So it's basically paid by tax money all the ways up till they can make money out of it, and then they don't want to pay taxes back. Yeah. That's wrong. Yeah. And then this wealth tax is a part that also is filling that gap that also Mazzucato has been talking about. So I don't think she would be totally against it. She wants something much better and more. Fine. But let's take it.
Yeah, I didn't say she was against it, nor am I against it. I'm only saying that
you just hate the Canadian government It's fine.
No, what interests me is the ideology that sits underneath everything right now. And that ideology, and you know it as well as I do, is neoliberalism that has really captured everything, every institution, every political ministry. It is absolutely embedded in everything in our societies. And unless we start unlocking that and challenging that ideology and recognizing Milton Friedman was a freak back when he first came on the scene. People thought he was nuts. And then it just took a dictator, right? A dictator, an iron lady, and an actor.
Reagan, yeah. Reagan, Thatcher, and Pinochet, yeah.
To embrace it. And so if that craziness can be embraced, well, other craziness, human rights ideology could be embraced too. That's all I'm saying. It's not that I disagree with the wealth tax. And I don't think Mariana does either. I mean, I don't want to speak for her.
Okay, so that was wealth tax. And now I think Leilani, Farah has spoken. But you...
Yeah, I have an opinion or two. It's intellectual rigor. Come on. That's what we need. Some intellectual rigor. Okay, I have a very different kind of word for you. Although it also starts with a W, just to keep some alliteration. It's nice, to be poetic. So here it is. Are you ready?
Yes.
The word is waterfalls.
Nice. Cachoeiras in Portuguese.
Oh, nice.
I love waterfalls. When I've been driving around in Spain and France, in other countries, you can put Google Maps on waterfalls. And so I've been driving to waterfalls many times.
I did not know that.
And then I walk out in the forest. It's sometimes, it can be kind of a hike. And then I find a waterfall. Sometimes they're not so much because it's summer or it's dry, but it can be totally amazing. And I swim around in the waterfall. I've done many waterfalls, also in Brazil and other countries, but I love waterfalls. And of course, when I've been to Canada, to Toronto, I've been by your small falls down there, the Niagara Falls.
Yeah, just that little trickle.
That little trickle, which is in some way a disappointment because of you, the Canadians, have built like a honeymoon village that is so ugly.
I know.
It's so horrible. So I'd be standing there and I say, okay, I keep my hands like this and I watch the waterfalls and they're amazing, but I can't turn my head around because then I will see all this crap that they've
And you can't
built.
even stay there for lunch because it's just so depressing.
No, it's really horrible.
Multinationals, and it's awful. It's awful.
Really, there's no
But the
local.
falls are amazing.
Yeah, once I crossed the border and I got arrested in
New York
on the American side because
Yeah.
I obviously had forgot to get my visa or something. I thought I had it, so I was sitting there.
And the other side is very depressing.
Yeah,
Niagara
I had a screening of a film in Buffalo. I had screenings in Toronto, and then a friend from Buffalo came and picked me up and drove me, and then he had to sit and wait there at the border control,
Waiting
by the Niagara Falls.
Oh my
And you're
gosh.
driving over the bridge. It's like it's kind of magic.
Yeah.
Still, the Canadian side is the worst. But the good thing with the Canadian side, you can drive up to the Niagara village.
Oh, yeah.
Niagara by the lake, is it called?
Yeah, it is nice there. And there's a theater festival that happens there. It's very nice. It's cute, yeah, but it's not Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is not.
And then you can drink ice wine.
Yes. We have a family joke in my family around waterfalls. My partner, David, is really into waterfalls. And so every time we plan a family trip...
Oh, David...
he'll even the craziest places we go, even if it's just for 24 hours, he manages to find a waterfall.
That's my friend. I like it. Yeah.
But I didn't know about this Google Maps thing, so I must tell him. He's going to be super happy.
Yeah. And then I've been to the Victoria Falls, which is between Zimbabwe and Zambia.
Is it amazing?
That's totally amazing.
Yeah, I've never been.
And when I was still kind of many years ago, and there was like, especially on the Zambian side, there was no, you could actually walk all the way and just die if you wanted to. There was no restrictions around getting close.
Right.
So we could get really close.
Wow.
And I actually did, with a friend, whitewater rafting below the Victoria Falls.
Super fun.
It was kind of fun, yeah. So yes, I love waterfalls.
Nice.
You gave me some time ago the moonshine idea.
Moonlight, yeah.
Yeah, moonshine is of course something different
Yes.
than moonlight. And so it's again the beauty of nature that sometimes becomes so strong and so emotional. So it's it grabs your heart and it moves you somewhere in a beautiful way. So this is what I would like for my summer is more waterfalls.
Yeah. I don't think I have those in store for myself. Maybe. I'm thinking this summer to stay in Canada to travel. I need to see some beauty, that's for sure. I'm really missing beauty, and maybe that's why I'm feeding you these words that evoke nature and the natural world. And yeah, so maybe I'll find some waterfalls. I was thinking of maybe going out east. There must be waterfalls in Nova Scotia or in Newfoundland. So I haven't decided yet. But
I've been to Newfoundland. I don't remember waterfalls, but maybe I didn't go for them. But it was a very beautiful place.
It's very beautiful. I've been there once. Haven't been to St. John's. I haven't been to St. John's, and I was thinking, I'd like to go to St. John's.
It's a cute little town, St. John's. I did a documentary film workshop there.
Oh,
for
wow.
the documentary film community in St. John's.
Oh, cool.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
I recommend you to go there, and they have good fish. And it's a very historical town because it's the whole trade between Jamaica and the UK went through St. John's. So it was like and they also have a tradition of extremely strong women.
There you go.
Because of the men were at sea.
Of
course, so it's it's a place for free and strong women.
I find it amazing when you go there and the accent, I mean, they really sound Irish to me. The accent sounds Irish. It's quite distinct from other parts of Canada where most people sound a bit like me.
And they voted to be Canadian, but very small margin.
Yes, and very late, I think, right?
They could have gone independent. Many Newfoundlanders have been looking at Iceland. Why didn't we go there?
Right.
And then they have this little small French colony on top of them. You should go there to this French San Miguelot.
Yeah. Isn't it called Madeleine something? Anyway, no, you might be right.
Miguelot. Yeah, sorry, I forgot
No,
it.
I can't remember, but it's far. I was looking at it actually because it's supposed to be beautiful and it's supposed to be like quite a throwback, like you feel like you're in the 1950s or something. I was looking at it a couple of summers ago, but it's quite far and it can be a little bit cold. And in the summer, I really need warmth.
You shouldn't go to Newfoundland, my friend. Go to Cuba.
Yeah.
Support Cuba. They need your help.
Yeah, they need my help. No.
Okay. That was good.
Yeah.
See you again very soon.
You will.
And you, our sweet listeners out there, please comment, tell your friends, subscribe to the podcast. All those kind of things that helps so other people can find Pushback Talks. Help us, and we will get some more energy out of that. That's all.
That's all.
See you soon, Leilani.
See you later.
Pushback Talks is produced by WG Film. To support the podcast, become a patron by going to patreon.com/pushbacktalks. Follow us on social media at make_the_shift and push_the_film. Or check out our websites, maketheshift.org, pushthefilm.com, or breakingsocialfilm.com.